Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to this tutorial where we are going to look at we are going to discuss web design, and we are going to use Microsoft Expression Web for designing our website. I've divided it into 7 lessons, and in today's discussion we are going to look at lesson number 1, that is starting Expression Web and editing master page. And we are going to base our discussion on this question paper here. So by the end of all the 7 lessons, you must be able to come up with a complete and working website. So the question says, using any web designing software of your choice, design a 5-page website for Guru University. The 5 pages include home page, courses offered page, department page, employee page, and registration page. Home page showing the university motto, and they have given us here the motto for community transformation. It should also give a brief introduction about the university. Page 2 should show different courses offered. Give about 4 courses in ordered list format. Ordered list format means you are going to list those courses in our normal numbering 1, 2, 3. That is the Hindu Arabic. Page 3 showing different departments at the university. Give about 4 departments in an ordered list format. Unordered list format, that means that you are going to list your departments using dots or bullets, using bullets. Page 4 should have a table showing imaginary names of different employees of the university. The table should show names, qualifications, and positions. Then 5, the registration page should show the student's registration form as below. So this is the form that we are going to have. Make a marquee with an alternate behavior on the first page showing the university motto. Use horizontal navigation menu on top and at the bottom of each page. Use relevant graphics on every page. The email address and the website domain name should actively be linked. Use contrasting background to make your text more readable. Save your website as the university, your name, then you print your work. I told you that we are going to look at these questions in 7 lessons. So maybe let me first take you through the lessons. The first lesson, I've said we are going to look at starting Expression Web and editing master page. Then the second lesson, we shall look at adding pages to our site. So we want to go slowly, not rushing. Then the third one, we shall look at adding text and images in the pages and many others. So for today, let us start by looking at how to start Expression Web and editing master page. Now always when you are dealing with the web design, you start from here where they have said save your website as, since we know that a website is a collection of web pages linked or hyperlinked, so it must be collected in one folder. So it is that folder that you will give it this name. So that means that you are going to create a folder and you will give that folder the university in bracket your name. So I've done that already here. I have done it here already, and I called it the university in bracket my name, which is Okolong Sam. So you should also do that. Then from there you can continue. Okay, so let's now look at how to start our expression web, since we are already having a folder where we are going to save it in. So to start expression web, you move your cursor to start button to display the start menu. From the start menu, you click on expression web or Microsoft Expression Web, and you give it time, or you allow it to load. So here we have our expression web. It has loaded. So this is the window that you are supposed to see in case you are loading it for the first time. Then after that, we need now to come up with a site. So after loading it, you move your cursor to Site tab. So we have this tab here. The tabs are here, but we click on a Site tab here. From Site, you move your cursor to New Site, and under New Site we are going to use templates. Leave general for general. Leave general for generals. So we are going to take the direction of templates. So click on templates. Then you have here many templates. You have many templates. So make sure you choose the template that suits your question, since they are telling us here that we must use the horizontal navigation menu. So we have the vertical and the horizontal navigation menu, but for us we are going to use the horizontal one. So when you come here, you have the preview here. The horizontal menu means that those buttons will be arranged horizontally. So now when you look at this, we have the top, but we don't have the bottom here. So you come to here, you have the horizontal. So you select the one of your choice. If they wanted the vertical, yeah, you have the vertical is here. So I can select one of it. Then from there, you don't rush to say okay. After selecting the template, you come and browse, because you want to save it in the folder that you created. So you browse. It will give you all the folders that you have on the desktop. Then you select the folder that you want to save your site in. Remember, we are going to save it in the University of Okolong Lesson. So you click on it, then you come and open. After, you can now go ahead and click on it OK. So after clicking on OK, the templates now are loading into your folder. So you can see those are the templates that we have there. So after it has loaded, this is what we are having now in our folder. You can see that folder here is located on C in the desktop, and the name is the university. So this is all what we are having there. So remember, we are not going to use all these items here. We are going to use only 3 items, and that's the master.dwt. We are going to use it. So this master gives you how your page is going to look like. Then the style works on the background color, how you are going to format your text. That's why we need it. Then we are also going to leave images. So images, for example, you may want to insert the logo. So the image cater for the logo holder. So that means that we are going to remain with only master, styles, then images. The rest we are going to delete them. So to do that, to delete them, click on Edit tab. select all. So you have selected all of them, but I told you we are going to remain with the 3. So deselect the 3 by holding the control key, then you click on the ones that you want to remain with. So you can see there, then you remove your hand from your control key, then move your cursor and right click within the selected area, delete, then yes to all. Yes, you have deleted the other items that you don't want to use, and here we are left with only 3 items that we are going to use. So by doing that, you have started your expression web. Then we are going to edit the master page, this master here, to suit our question, because when you look at the question here, they are telling us to have 5 pages, and they have given us here the pages. We have the pages here. We have the home, courses, we have department, employee, and the registration. So it is the master page that's going to enable us come up with the outlook. So here, to edit the master page, you double click on it to open. So this is how our master page looks like. This is how the master page looks like. It has a 5 parts. We have the first part here, which is called the header or the banner, and the banner normally contains the details about the organization, and that those details may include the name and the logo. Then we have this area here, which is called the navigation menu. The navigation menu enables the visitor of your website to move to a specific page. For example, when a user wants to go to home page, we'll click on this button called the home, and it will take him to home page. Then we have the content area. This is the content area where you use it for describing the details that you want to appear on the page. Then we have the sidebar here. This sidebar, in case you have any other information which is not part of the content that you have included in the content area, you put it in the sidebar. Then lastly, we have the footer section. So let's begin by the editing our top banner. And this top banner, in most cases, it is going to be shared by all the pages. Now we are going to begin by editing this top banner, and remember, we are designing this site for Guru University. We are designing for Guru University. So we can decide to put here Guru University, because I've told you that the top banner contains the details about the organization. Now, in case you are editing this master page, I would like you to switch to split view. From here, you come and click on this split view, so that you can see both the design and the code. So we don't want this to be here. We are going to delete it. Click on it once. So it will take you to where these items are in the code. So after selecting it here, you can see here it is selected here. So that means that we are going to type there the name of the organization, which is Guru University. Guru University, and you are done with that. So what you can do, since it is a title, you can select on it again, and you play around with it. So we are going to change its style. by coming to paragraph. You can see where paragraph is. So we don't want it to be the paragraph, but we want it to be heading, and it's the main heading, so you call it heading 1. Okay, then after that we are still editing this this part called the top banner. Then the logo. So we want to insert some image here to represent a logo. So I'm going to use the image which is already existing. So insert. You can see what I've done. I first clicked on that logo holder, then insert. From insert you come and point at picture, then from file. So you come and locate where your images are and you use it. So I'm going to use this as I'm going to use this rhino as my logo, then insert. From here simply say OK. So you can see the rhino has been inserted there, but it is a little bit big, so you can resize it by clicking on the image once, then you come and use the resizing handles here. So it is better to use this because you are going to resize both the width and the height at the same time. So you drag it. Okay, so we are almost done with this part. Then you can also change the color of this top banner. Remember, we are having some color here, but they may specify for you the color to use. So what you do, you simply move your cursor. You can see when I bring my cursor around here how it changes. So when you can move your cursor around there and it will change to that sign, then you click on it once. So by doing that, you have selected the top banner alone. Or in case doing that is a little bit hard for you, what you need to do is simply come to your code area here, and under the code area you can see there is what is called the div ID, which is master head. So this is also called master head. Then you select from that div ID up to this one here, the end, because you can even see here end master head. So when you select that, from there still it has selected for you only that here. Okay, so but make sure you move your cursor around that top line and the cursor must change to that sign, then you click once. So after that, move to tag properties here. Under this tag properties we are using style. We are going to use a style. So we have style here. Click on that style to bring in these 3 dots. From that 3 dots, click on it. It will bring for you the modify style. You have the font here, in case they have specified for you some font family or the font type you are to use. You come there, the font size that you must use there, the font weight, either bolding, normal, etc. Maybe the font color. Is it okay? Now I want to change the background of the background color of this part here, of this master head or this top banner. So I will move my cursor to background. Then under background there is background color. So you can select from here. If not from here, you can simply just click on this to bring for you more colors. So it is your choice. So let me select from here. I'm going to use black for now. So it will even bring for you the preview here, how it will look like. So black. Then I say OK. So you can see I have changed it here to black. And make sure the text is seen. Okay. So we are done with our top banner. Let us go now to navigation menu. This is the navigation menu. So the navigation menu contains the buttons that will take you to a specific file name or a specific page in your site. And when you are editing it, edit it basing on the question. So here we are having page 1 should be home page showing the university motto. So that means that we are having here, we must have a button here that if we click on should take us to home page. So to do that also, you make sure you are in the split view. So simply just click on one of the button there or select it. It will take you to where it is on the code. So here you can see where the button is, and here is the page file name. So we are going to edit both. So the first one here we are having, we are supposed to have a home page. So we are supposed to give that page a file name, and the file name is under .html. Here theirs they have used the default, but ours, let us use home by deleting that default, and you simply just type there home. So that is a home page. So home.html is our file name. Then the button that a visitor will be able to see or click on is called the home. So let us use capital letters for the buttons like that. So remember, we shall be able to add the pages when that lesson comes, but you should be able to remember the file name we are giving a name. Home page, we are going to call it home.html, and the button will be home in capital letters. So when you come and click here, you will see the change. I have here the button home in capital letters. Then also another page that we have is page 2, and that page is going to be called courses offered. So here, instead of about, we are going to have courses.html. Simply remove this in small letters, courses. Courses.html. Then the button also, which I'll call it courses, but in capital letters. Okay. So when you come back here, it has changed. We have now home, courses, and their page names are here. Okay. Then the next one is departments. So instead of having news here, we are going to have department.html. In small letters. File names, you put them in small letters. Departments. Then the button that the visitor will be able to see is in capital letters, departments. So I always use them to be the same, such that I'm not confused. So I know that if I'm in home, the file name will be home. Courses, the file name will be courses, like that. The next one is employee. Then lastly will be registration. So here we have the page called the employee in small letters, employee.html. Then the visitor should be able to see the button called employee in capital letters. Okay, then lastly we have a page called registration. Registration in small letters because it's a file name. Registration, and the button here that will take us to that page is called also registration in capital letters. So we're having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So clicking back here, they have all changed. So you have home, courses, departments, employee, registration. Now what are we going to do with these remaining ones? These remaining ones, we don't want them to be there. We are simply going to delete them. So select them and you simply delete like that. So when you come back and click here, they have also disappeared. Okay, now remember they told us to use this navigation menu both on top and at the bottom. So we are done with the one on top and we are going for the one at the bottom. Here where you are seeing this ones here is where we are going to have these others here again. So you can see we have home, about, calendar, contact. So we are going to make it fit what we have up here. Now what about in case you were not going to use it? If we are not going to use it, you simply just click on one of it. So you can see how the line looks like, this green line. Then you click on that green line from up here. You can see how my cursor has changed to select it all and you delete. So that is in case we are not going to use it, then it disappears. But since we are going to use it, you simply just come and click on one of it, or you also simply come and select one of it to take you where it is. So, and it is under footer section. So we are going to make it look like the first one here because it must be the same. So we have, this is the button, we are going to leave it the way it is. Then here we called this to be home. So what you did up there is what you do down here. Then the next one is courses.html for courses. So here we are having, this is our second one, about. So it is here, we remove it and call it courses. And we have called the button to be also courses, but for this case we are going to use the first one to be capital and the rest small. If you want, you can use both capital here and down here, it is your choice. Then the second one is departments, which is instead of calendar we are going to have departments. And we are also calling it departments. Then we have employee. Instead of contact, we'll have employee.html. Employee. And the button should also be called the employee. Okay, then we have lastly registration. So instead of employees here, this one here, don't get confused. Here we are having there registration, and the button should be called the registration. So that's all. Then we are going to delete the rest. So we are deleting from here up to, we are deleting up to sitemap, up to sitemap here. You leave this closing paragraph because here we have the starting paragraph. You don't delete this P here. Okay. So when you come and click here, it has changed all. So that's okay. Then we can also edit this copyright by indicating the name of the organization. So we are having, you simply just click on it to show you where it is. So we are having here P copyright ad. So we need the name of the organization. Simply just select that and you replace it with the name of the organization, which is Guru University. Guru University. Okay. So we are almost done with the editing our master page. Then what we also need now, when you come to the content area here, this part of the content area, please don't type anything there, because whatever you will type here will appear in all pages, and yet this is where we are going to put our content. So leave it the way it is, don't play with it. Then the sidebar, you can decide to put there anything, like maybe a map. You can decide to put there your motto, but for this case we are going to put our motto because they have said the motto is called. So under headline 3, motto. And what's the motto? We put the motto where there is insert the content here. So remove that and put the motto, and our motto is going to be, they have said, for community transformation. That is our motto. Okay, so what is remaining? I think we are done with all. Then let me also show you something small here. In case you do not want to use this page color here, so this is the page color you can see. In case you do not want to use it, you can also change it. You can change this color here. Now when we are changing the color for this top banner, remember we selected it, and you can remember how we selected it. Then we came to the tag properties. Under tag properties we used the style. Now with the page color we don't do that. For page color you simply just come, because this is our page color, you can see here, not the content area but the page color. You can come and right click within your page around here, then you move your cursor to page properties. From page properties, formatting. Under formatting you can change the color of the background from here. Then you choose the color that you may want to use. In case you do not want to use that gray that they are having there, you can choose your own here. So let me try to select one. Let me come to more colors, and I try to select one from there. You can see here the preview, the new one, how it's going to look like. Or let me try to use that. You can see the new one, how it's going to look like. So you select the one of your choice, then you say okay, and so you can see how you have changed your page color. So that's how to start expression web and edit your master page basing on the question that was said. So that's the end of our first lesson. Let's meet in the second lesson. Thank you so much.